And introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 61.6 kilograms and trains under Ben Johnston and Darcy Vendy out of the Fight Centre, Brisbane. His amateur record stands at 4 wins, 1 loss. Fighting out of Gold Coast, Australia, this is John Daddy Ravioli Aiello. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 61 kilograms and trains under Steve Walton out of Wolves Den. His amateur record stands at a perfect 4 wins, 0 losses. Fighting out of Perth, Australia, make some noise for Jesse Wynne. And when our action begins, our referee in charge, Peter Hickmott.
First task on the checklist for Peter Hickmott here at Eternal 86. They call him the Bull, and for good reason. John Aiello fighting out of the blue corner, Jesse Wynne out of the red. What a prelim card it is shaping up to be. These two looking to continue the excitement here on the Gold Coast match.
Yeah, absolutely. Aiello, it's the first time I've actually seen him fight. I watched a couple, like live, I watched a couple of his highlights and was super impressed by his skill set right across the board. Looking forward to potentially seeing him involved in some grappling exchanges tonight as he thunders a left shin into the body of Jesse Wynne.
Well, you make mention of the wealth of experience out at the Fight Centre in Logan, led by Eternal middleweight champion Ben Johnston, alongside Darcy Vendy, Uncle Des, Nakia Melody, and training alongside the likes of Nick Kepu, who we'll also see later on tonight, taking on Blair Bretag in our feature middleweight bout on our main card.
Aiello had a bit of an unconventional path to being involved in MMA. You know, usually you hear about guys coming from the mean streets or coming from rugby league. This guy here is involved in the musicals and the arts.
Yes.
So yeah, interesting. Maybe you dance rings around Jesse Wynne tonight. We'll see as Jesse comes forward with a hard-winging left hand. Both boys switching a lot. Just trying to get reads on each other early. It's a good right kick from Jesse Wynne.
That seems to be the style, Matt. No one fighter these days comfortable in either stance. They can mix it up from anywhere, orthodox or southpaw. Seems to be the story for both guys.
It's 2024, it's okay to be bistandal at Eternal MMA.
I love that.
An open stance now, right check, hook, misses, and so does the left hand. Some good footwork from Aiello, dancing off to his left-hand side.
And speaking of experience, Steve Walton in the corner of Jesse Wynne, alongside the man we saw earlier, took up half the screen on our monitor here in the commentary booth, Alden Bates, top contender in Australia's welterweight division.
Yeah, Wolves have been super active, haven't they, on the domestic circuit, especially in the amateurs, just pumping them out, the folks at Wolves Den. Both boys get such excellent footwork early. They're struggling to find each other with the leather. 45 seconds left to play. It's kind of been the kicks. Not a lot to separate these two at the moment, T.
It's a technical chess match, as we say in the industry, Matt. Both guys landing flush at times. Nonetheless, you'd have to think volume the focus for both these guys early on in round one as we count down the final 30 seconds.
Yeah, two guys with really good records and a good body of work behind them, not far away from stepping into the professional ranks. They're trying to get everything right. They've tightened all their screws, they've dotted their T's, they've dotted their I's and crossed their T's. 10 seconds left.
That they do. Final seconds of round one. We're going to close the lid on this one. Back in a minute. Party hard after this one. They touch gloves. Round two underway.
Good fakes from Aiello early in orthodox and steps back in the southpaw, trying to draw Jesse Wynne onto a big right hand. Good low kick as Wynne shifts stance. Sends Wynne back into orthodox. Yeah, real chess match between these two, both vying for a positional advantage, trying to find something. Very high level striking. There's a good right high kick to the wrist of Aiello. It's a good way, like in the small gloves, like kicking the wrist is a good target area. It only takes a couple of those and it starts taking some power out of the arms. Well, there's Jesse Wynne trying to find something. A couple big shots.
Up high for Wynne now. Aiello starting to look a bit withered here in round 2, and that could be a sign as he closes the distance. This is good from John.
Yeah, such a good grappler. Daddy Ravioli now potentially looking to drag this one down to the ground. Jesse Wynne no slouch down there either. It's a single leg, but he thinks better of it. Makes a little mistake, and Jesse Wynne manages to turn the tables, pops back, hits him with a left hook.
Well, we know how tough John is. He's been through the wars, and no doubt those wars would have been all the more tougher inside the walls of TFC. Jesse Wynne starting to pick up some momentum, though, here in round 2, trying to keep Aiello on the back foot. High kick glances off the glove.
Yeah, good right punch there from Jesse Wynne. He stumbled Aiello. Nice work. He's using the kicks up high in this round. I think that's been the advice from Wynne's corner as Aiello circles. Oh, there's a good right hook to a left hand and then just thunders in to the clinch. Good right knee from Jesse Wynne. Forces his man back to the fence, and that one maybe a little bit low, and the bull steps in to separate, just to give Aiello a little bit of time to recover there.
Just a little bit too much for Jesse Wynne. He was picking up some serious pace. Round 2 almost seems like it's been taken up a notch in favour of Jesse Wynne.
Yeah,
but don't count Daddy Ravioli out just yet. Sorry to cut you off, Matt Williams. We're going to signal things underway via the bull. Here we go again.
Yeah, recovered well. Back into the orthodox is Aiello. He kicks and lands in southpaw. He's done that twice this round. There's some good short knees on the inside from Wynne. Trying to go to the guillotine. The front headlock is Aiello. A lot of urgency between these two. Good wrist fighting from Aiello, allows him to separate out to the left-hand side and take the middle of the cage once more. Coming forward with some big punches is Wynne. Not a lot doing. There's a good kick off the left-hand side from Daddy Ravioli. He's got Wynne backed up to the fence now. Looks to initiate the grapple once more. And on the legs, 10 seconds to go, T.
Final 10 in round 2. Good way to close out the round in the eyes of the judges. Daddy Ravioli in full control. Will that be enough to sway their opinion? Make sure you tune into that one. Head on over to UFCFightPass.com and sign up now. Round 3 underway. Aiello versus Wynne. And this is better from Aiello. A bit more aggression shown. He knows he needs to display some urgency. Could be down on the scorecards.
He got a bit of a wind-up from his corner in between rounds, and coming into round 3, there's a real shift in the intensity. Here's Jesse Wynne, though, deeper on a single leg, looking to transition to the double. Hands are connected below the hips, and he manages to take this one to the mat for the first time. I'll tell you what, they don't stay down there very long. The floor is lava here at the Southport Sharks, and they're back on their feet already.
I think you have to give credit to those guys doing that intense training, the scrambling out at TFC. I've noticed from my old buddy Sam Dobb, he says that that's what they focus on. As you said, Matt Williams, if you go down, get up.
That's what I say. I'm going to put on a T-shirt, Big T, and I'll sign it for you too, mate. Merry Christmas. Jesse Wynne, great head position. Looking to control a bit of clock time. He's got 2 takedowns already in round number 3. We're looking to slow this one down a little bit. Some good wrist fighting on the inside from Aiello, making transitioning difficult. Good front headlock there from Aiello. Needs to get his hands together, but he hasn't got a great angle to get much going here. Oh, now he does. And he uses it just to drag Wynne down to the mat.
Well, speaking of scrambles, one guy who's no stranger to that technique is Jesse Wynne. Big knees to the body now, but it's Aiello continuing to press the action.
Yeah, Jesse Wynne had some good scoring moments there with the right knee. A strong overhook on the far side, transitions to an underhook on the right. We're going to go double unders now, separate from the cage, and it's been some good work in the clinch from Jesse Wynne with the knees.
And this is a better game plan from John. This is how we usually see him. Relentless pressure. He's all over you like a wet blanket. That's one of your lines, Matt Williams. I hope you don't mind me using it. But again, we've seen John do this before. He's managed to grind out a decision, come back from behind on the scorecards and get it done in round 3. Can he do it here tonight?
Yeah, it's super close, and 1 minute left to play in the third and final. It's up to these guys to make a real statement to the judges as Aiello looks to go back for seconds to the front headlock.
It's Wynne that's starting to look a bit weathered now. John Aiello, big shots on the inside. And a telling sign, Jesse Wynne shooting for a takedown now.
Yeah, good strong underhook on the right-hand side. Aiello wearing on it heavy, looking to arm drag now. Looking to get some separation. A good left hook short on the inside. Fighting a phone booth now with these two.
Final 10 seconds, they will leave it all in the cage. A huge left hand for Danny Ravioli. But it's Jesse Wynne that seems to think that the clinch is the way to go as he attacks a single. No more, says Peter Hickmont. They go the distance.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores the fight 29-28 to the blue corner. Judge 2 scores the fight 29-28 to the red corner. And Judge 3 scores the fight 29-28 for your winner via split decision in the blue corner, John